Hey friends, welcome to our video. Today we are going to talk about Nick Vujicic, a journey with Nick, and you will get inspired. Nick Vujicic is an Australian American born without arms or legs who has become a world-renowned speaker, New York Times best-selling author, coach, and entrepreneur. Vujicic was born in Melbourne, Australia in 1982 in Dusanka and Borislav Vujicic, Serbian immigrants from Yugoslavia. He was born without fully formed limbs and he was bullied at school because of it. Nick faced tremendous obstacles in life, from living life without limbs to being bullied at school and fearful for his future with no purpose in sight. Without hope, his feelings of helplessness and isolation led him to attempt suicide. At one point, he tried killing himself by drowning on his bathtub, but he was saved and it didn't continue. He attended Runcorn State High School up in Queensland and has made a couple of appearances there by doing speeches. Wojciech graduated from Griffith University at the age of 21 with Bachelor of Commerce degree with a double major in accountancy and financial planning. Originally, the toes of one of his feet were fused. An operation was performed to separate the toes so that he can use them as fingers to grab. He refers to it as his chicken drumstick. When he was 17 years old, Wojciech's mother showed him a newspaper article about a woman praying with a severe disability. He then started to give talks at his prayer group. On 9th March 2002, he moved to California. In 2008, in McKinney, Texas, near Dallas, he met Keane Miyahara. They married on February 12, 2012. The couple has two sons and two daughters and reside in Southern California. Without any limbs, he is able to type 43 words per minute on a computer. If we see his occupation, evangelist and motivational speaker. Vujicic's first book is Life Without Limits. Inspiration for Ridiculously Good Life was published by Random House in 2010 and has been translated into over 32 languages. If we see his other books, Your Life Without Limits, which is released in 2012, Limitless Devotions of a Ridiculously Good Life, Unstoppable, The Incredible Power of Faith in Action, The Power of Unstoppable Faith, Stand Strong, Live Without Limits, Be the Hands and Feet, Living Out God's Love All His Children, which is released on February 13, 2018. Wojciech starred in the short film The Butterfly Circus. At the 2010 Method Fest Independent Film Festival, he was awarded Best Actor in a Short Film for his starring performance as well. Nick persevered through life's challenges and discovered key principles which enabled him to find his purpose and turn obstacles into opportunities, making him one of the most sought after keynote speakers in the world. Millions of people have found hope, purpose, and the strength to overcome their challenges through Nick's inspirational speeches and powerful coaching. Nick is an anti-bullying advocate who travels the globe speaking to millions of students in partnership with the education departments of several governments. Nick has created an innovative social emotional learning which is called SEL curriculum called Attitude is Altitude, wherein he teaches students to make positive changes in their lives and their communities. He is also the founder and CEO of the non-profit ministry Life Without Limbs. Nick's passion is to inspire and equip the world to know that we all can rise above adversity and overcome every disability of the heart and mind. Attitude is Altitude. SEL curriculum for schools. The Attitude is Altitude Social and Emotional Learning K-12 curriculum is a freestanding step-by-step resource to empower young people to be successful, achieve their goals, and make positive differences in their lives and community. The Attitude is Altitude curriculum contains comprehensive classroom resources and exclusive archive of videos from Nick Vujicic for teachers and parents and students. Life Without Limbs, Nick's evangelical organization. Life Without Limbs was founded and is led by Nick Vujicic. Nick, despite being born without arms and legs, has become one of the world's most loved communicators. Our mission is to cross boundaries and break down barriers to build bridges that bring people to the love and hope found in Jesus Christ. Our goal is to share the gospel with 1 billion more people by 2028. We do this through live and digital outreach events, outreach and discipleship training, digital ministry, prison ministry, and prayer and encouragement ministry. Born with double the arms and legs, 4 arms and 4 legs at BBC, published 23 February 2011, retrieved 18th November 2015. Australian Nick Vujicic was born without arms or legs but with just a tiny foot on his left hip. The cause was phocomelia, a very rare congenital disorder which did not affect any of his siblings. Between the ages of 8 and 10, Nick struggled to accept his condition and even tried to end his own life. But he kept going on, resolved to make the most of it. Nick played football, skateboarded, swam, and was elected as the student body president at his elementary school, which gave him the taste for public speaking. Now, 28 years old, he is much in demand as a motivational speaker. Last month, he addressed the World Economic Forum in Davos and he has spoken to 6 presidents and over 50 million people have seen him in action on the internet. He has written a book called Life Without Limits. The BBC's Joe Fidgen spoke to Nick about his ridiculously good life, starting with his parents' shock when he was born. First broadcast was 23rd February 2011. Nick Vujicic, the man who has inspired millions. World Top Updates. WorldTopUpdates.com. 26th May 2017. Retrieved 28th June 2017. Nick Vujicic, the man who has no limbs yet has inspired millions. May 26, 27 by Uma Ishani. Very often, we who have all the faculties intact tend to curse our fate when something goes wrong in life. We are quick to find fault with others and slow in taking charge of our lives and be responsible. Here is a 34 years old man, Nick Vujicic, who was born with practically no arms or legs, just 2 deformed feet alone. Does he feel disappointed with his life? Does he curse the destiny that was handed to him? No. Instead, he spends his life as a source of inspiration to millions of people all around the world. He leads as normal a life as he can within the constraint he has been born with. Shall we know more about him? Herald University, 19th August 2016. Nick Vujicic on Hopelessness and His Childhood, Part 1, retrieved 4th October 2016. His official website, lifewithoutlimbs.org, is one of the ways that the Australian motivational speaker can share the hope that has allowed him to face countless challenges and obstacles. God has given me the strength to surmount what others might call impossible, he wrote. In a TED Talk entitled Transforming the Walls into Doors or Changing Obstacles into Opportunities, Vujicic admitted that he has met a wide range of people from different walks of life. He has met sex slaves and orphans as well as bankers and billionaires. You may find the link in the description below. Riley Jennifer, 30th March 2008, limbless evangelist preaches joy in Christ. Christian Post reporter, archived from the original on 28 July 2012. Retrieved 28 September 2009. Nick Vujicic is a 25-year-old evangelist whose message about being content in all circumstances takes on a new meaning when people see his physical condition. He was born without limbs, but rather than blaming God for his unique physical condition, he credits his creator for allowing him to connect with a wide range of audiences including insecure teenagers, unmotivated corporate executives, and hopeless prisoners. The world's best-known motivational speaker, Nick Vujicic, today in BIH. Sarajevo Times, 26 October 2019, retrieved 16th April 2021. The world's best-known motivational speaker, Australian Nick Vujicic, will come to Bosnia and Herzegovina on October 26th and will visit Sarajevo, Mostar, and Banja Luka. Nick was born without arms and legs but without borders, a man who turned his own physical disadvantages into the advantage. He lives his life with a joy that most physically healthy people can only envy. His story of overcoming obstacles inspires millions of people around the world. In August 2011, he released a single and music video called Something More. Nick Vujicic biography, motivational speaker without limbs. Inspired. Are you frustrated with your life because of any physical barrier? Have you heard the name of Nick Vujicic, a motivational speaker without limbs? No. Then read Nick Vujicic biography. Trust me, it's a must read for you. Disability is not inability, so goes a famous saying. It is easier said than done. But with a strong willpower, one can come out victorious and live an exemplary life. Let us take an example of Nick Vujicic, who was declared a vegetable on his birth table. Now, let me introduce who is Nick Vujicic. With God, a life without limbs is a life without limits. Preacher declares, religion, no matter one's circumstances, he says God can help. More than 800 people showed up at Mountain View Christian Assembly to hear 28-year-old Australian preacher Nick Vujicic deliver his message of hope. Mountain View senior pastor Say Kruger said that estimated crowd of more than 800 exceeded the church typical Sunday attendance by 200 to 300. His wife, Judy Kruger, summed up Vujicic's message: no matter what your circumstances, if you allow God, He will make good of them. Vujicic also has produced two motivational DVDs, which are Life's Greater Purpose and For Youth, No Arms, No Legs, No Worries. Mutaishi Musabi, Being Someone Else's Miracle, Rwanda Story. The New Times Rwanda, retrieved 8th March 2016. Imagine a life with no limbs, no arms, no legs, just a torso. Nick Vujicic is an Australian man with a rare disorder known as tetra amelia syndrome that meant he was born without any limbs. He recalls how at the age of 10 he tried to commit suicide. Why? Because he had no hope. Today, Nick is a 29-year-old married man with a baby on the way. From what he once saw as his broken life, he has met 7 presidents around the globe and given talks to audiences as large as 110,000 people. Today, he has 30,000 invitations to speak, and wherever he goes, he talks about the value of life.